First time I'm going to be back on pool deck at a competition since, I don't even know, for quite some time, since everything kind of changed my life. You know, professionally, personally, I know almost everyone around, so it's like, even the lifeguards, I know them from when I used to be at the pool all the time, you know, and are people going to respond positively to it, negatively to it? You know, there's a lot of different parts of it, but we knew that one of the key pieces was we were all going to have to come together really quick and really tight. Like everyone was going to have to rely on each other, especially when it comes to the athletes. The athletes were going to have to be a family no matter what. And then I was going to have a really good relationship, partner. I call it a partnership with all of them.
I was born in Hungary, in Debrecen, the second biggest city in Hungary. I grew up there. My life was really quiet there because it's a countryside, so not much people live there. But it's the biggest city in second biggest city in Hungary, so it's funny.
I've known him for a long time. I've seen him grow up quite a bit. I know his family. I know a lot about him and his history. So he's been like a little brother to me. So sometimes I just completely forget that he's 15.
Shomer, what do we got here?
Everything. Just open the fridge and you're gonna see.
What a host. What a host.
I had to change my life when I was 12. I started swimming when I was 5 years old. My grandma took me to the pool. My first swim practice, my first learned to swim, and my mother wasn't there. And it was like, oh my God.
Ilaria, it's a little weird sometimes because I'm used to treating her like a professional athlete and she's still a teenager.
How is it that the coach in the group is the one that eats the healthiest?
No.
Not yet.
Sometimes I eat healthier than you.
I started swimming when I was 11 because before I used to do a lot of different sports. But ballet was my favorite one and I did it for a lot of years, but then I decided to change and I started swimming because I like the company, I like how the teammates were going so well together, and so I tried. I did 1 year of just swimming lessons and then I tried to enter the team. And it went well, I can say.
Yesterday, two Hungarian journalists text me, one on Instagram and one on Messenger, but I didn't reply.
Good girl, you're learning.
I replied only to the Italian one, but it was just asking me if I'm going to the World Cup. I just said yes.
But you weren't supposed to confirm yet.
Huh?
We're confirming through the video.
Yeah, but the article will be out next week. So what the fuck?
For me, I did just 1 year when I was 3. My mom took me to swimming lessons just to understand how to swim and how I fell in the water. And then I came back to the pool and I fell in love with the sport.
I had to move because I wanted to be a better swimmer. So I saw Shane made a club with Katinka at 2016 and I wanted to go there. So we spoke about this, my parents, and we said we should do this. There was a swim casting, and they watched my swimming and my swim, and they said I'm talented, I swim well, so why not come here?
So at the end, there were paparazzi every time I came out of the arena, and so they started bringing my car up for me, they backed my car up the ramp, and then I'd walk out of the Dune Arena into my car, and then go from there. But it started getting a hazard because people started jumping in from the car, and it was a little chaotic.
You see, you can park
My
there.
normal parking spots?
Yeah, maybe, I think, but you need ticket,
Oh, my daily routine, go, turn around, go back.
Yeah.
Park right in front. We're driving around and we're going through the motions. So it was kind of weird. It's like, I've done this all before. It's kind of a deja vu feel. It's just, no, it's just kind of complicated. Yeah, there's a lot of positivity, there's huge successes. Yeah, there's a lot of really hard, painful memories that go along with that.
The first time I talked to Shane was last year, the Europeans in 2018. After the 400 AM, he reached out to me and said congratulations, that he was very impressed with my swims. And I was very glad that he texted me because I know that he's the best coach of all time for the IM. So I was very happy with that. And then we had contact during the year. And this year, after the Worlds, I was very confused about my career, my future. And he reached out to me again and said that he could have guaranteed me a very good year and the most important year of my life because this is the Olympic year. And yeah, I decided to say yes.
Tonight you have more. So get a good warm up and get a good feel for the pool. Tonight you just get wet. Jump in, get wet, a couple laps.
I see Andrew.
Okay, you can stop being a fanboy now.
He texted to me, so what about if we train together again? And I said, yeah, we can figure out, and we figured out.
So this will be the first race of the year and the first race with Shane. It's only 6 weeks that I started swimming in this season, so I don't expect like the biggest performances of my life, but I'm pretty sure that I can already show how the very hard work pays off.
They're doing good though.
Right.
He
That's
went
good.
from,
It's nice
he's
to
pushing
improve
my
that.
height now. He's following your path, so he's all like, oh, I'm like him. I'm pro. I'm like, technically, yeah.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
He's huge now.
Yeah, of course.
You gotta grow, bro. He's swimming 2 IM. You're gonna have to grow. That's John Bohr's competitor. John Bohr's American rival.
I can kick
A little height difference is a little bit.
I can kick his ass. I just need
John
time.
Bohr doesn't phase John Bohr. In John Bohr's mind, he's actually taller.
End of the year, I can kick his ass.
3 or 5.
So now we are.
I am who I am because of the things I've gone through. So, you know, it's like you're looking back and you're like, oh, this is what it was. And sometimes bad memory pop in, but you're like, well, that had to happen for me to grow. The way I looked at it from mine, I'm working with one athlete. It's more about the synergistic activity between me and that person and getting them to do something that they didn't think they could do. So, you know, we all look and we're like, oh, I can't go any farther. No, you can go a little farther. Let's go one more step. And it's getting them to go the extra step every single time. It's getting them to do a little bit more. I'm in this with you. You're gonna have blood, sweat, and tears you have to sacrifice. I want to make sure I'm sacrificing those blood, sweat, and tears as well. I don't want you to be the only one sacrificing, the only one struggling. Like, this is our battle together. You lose, I lost. And making sure they understand that. And then they start to open up to you.
Yeah, it's a big change because I know what Shane can do. Because when I trained with him, I was really good. I dropped a lot of seconds in my time. I mean, I wanted to start again because he's my dream coach.
They're just finishing their championship meet warm-up. We're just having them go through the same process they'll go through tomorrow morning to get ready for their race. Jean Bohr wants times, which I think is pointless. Laurie is smart, she doesn't want times, so just getting them to feel good. You ready? All right, here we go. Last 25 of the morning.
I know that I have a huge year ahead of me and I will have time to show what I'm made of. So I'm not worrying about my times. I just have to swim very well and try to put effort in what I've done until now.
Swimming gives me have fun and turn off my brain and just focus what I do in the pool. And swimming is a timing sport, so not a team sport. You're alone. So when I swim and I fall down, not I can't say you did something bad, you did something bad. I can say I did something bad. So this is, I think the swimming is a clear sport.
I decided to say yes to this adventure, to this new journey. So swimming for me means liberating. I feel free. I feel like then my mind every time I swim goes completely off, and I'm in another world. So I feel like I can express myself in the best way while I swim. And I think there's not other places or ways to express myself in the best way as I do.